Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV, here with Preston Leinenbach. We are wrapping up a 4-game weekend series, 4 games in 3 days. We saw the Evansville Otters beat the Florence Freedom 3 out of those 4 games, including a combined no-hitter on Saturday in Game 2. The only loss was the first game of that doubleheader. The homestand featured 2 sellout crowds. A pretty fun weekend for Evansville.
Yeah, pretty good weekend overall. A fun weekend, great way to kick off this homestand with another series to go in the middle of the week. Like I said, great crowds and obviously a good result against a West Division opponent that Evansville's kind of been battling with in the standings.
No, so I mean, Evansville really had a lot of solid pitching in terms of starting pitchers. Austin Nicely on Sunday really did what he needed to do. Had some base runners, dealt with some traffic on the base paths, but the offense was able to provide him enough support.
Yeah, enough support. Early offense once again for the Otters. Another home run for Ryan Long. He continues to tear the cover off the baseball, going deep now. It seems like multiple times within the last week almost. And for Austin Nicely, a good bounce back outing for him. Again, key for him is just throwing strikes, trying to limit the free passes with the traffic. And really, you got to look at it where today, at one point before that grand slam, there was 1 run on 10 hits for Florence.
Yeah.
That's the kind of ratio that for Evansville you'll take from your pitching staff and defense as well. Also, like I said, the grand slam kind of changed that, but that's definitely a ratio you like to have on the scoreboard for your opponent.
What has been my theory since you met me the first time years ago?
You have so many theories, Zane.
Okay, the rally killer. Okay, so Florence is down Sunday 6-1. They hit the grand slam, which is great for them, but it feeds right into my theory there that it really ended up being a rally killer because we saw the next 2 at-bats for Florence. They were swinging for home runs instead of just simply trying to get on base.
Simply trying to get on base because at the time after that, there was still only 1 out, a couple outs to work with. Evansville, Max Peterson, the pitch coach, made that call to the bullpen to bring Alex Phillips in, and continues just to be impressive. And his couple outings on the back end of the bullpen, pretty much in every outing that he's had after those first couple, he really settled in now to his Evansville bullpen, Alex Phillips.
The combined no-hitter on Saturday night, very impressive. Ty Hensley going 5, Matt Chavarria finishing the final 2. The interesting thing is we have talked with them on Otters TV about that situation, and both admitted they had no idea that was the current situation. So I guess what you don't know won't hurt you because then they could just pitch freely.
Yeah, and I think it kind of struck a lot of people by surprise just because it didn't really, because there were base runners. And so sometimes you think, oh, there's base runners, there's nothing going on. No, it's because they had gone via the walk or base on balls and there's
or a hit by pitch.
Yeah, or hit by pitch.
There were a couple of those.
And no hits on the board. But again, kind of just struck everybody by surprise. And now, say how the gentleman and I were talking about today, 3 no-hitters in franchise history. 1, obviously, last time being combined, but 2 of those being in 7 inning games.
Yeah, and that is a weird technicality. It still counts.
It still counts, right?
Just like, because there are a lot of naysayers, and I've heard the naysayers, they'll be like, well, it was only a 7-inning game. Well, if you're playing a regularly scheduled 9-inning game and it rains in the 7th inning, you're still going to get credit for that no-hitter there, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same situation, regardless of how you try to slice it. Going back to Friday, that game was saved by Jeff Gardner in the 9th inning. Alex Phillips was in for the save, had just become the closer full-time, taking that spot from Mitchell Aker. They have a base hit, Florence Freedom, and Jeff Gardner probably had one of the best throws from the outfield we have seen all year.
Yeah, one of the best throws, and we know that he has an arm, and I mean, that's why he's in right field. And just an absolute dart to home plate in time. The crowd went nuts on Friday night when we had E's for one night. Huge crowd on hand, and I love the energy that the crowd had after that play. And we saw another play at the plate, this time from Ryan Long. Today. So the outfield defense came up with some big plays throughout the series.
And both of those runs for Florence, if they would have scored on each, I mean, it's at least going to be extra innings.
Yeah.
And it could have been just a completely different perspective and outlook on the series. So, after 4 games in 3 days, Evansville desperately needed to take 3 out of 4, maybe even a sweep, but still 3 out of 4 is what they needed. Back to the 500 mark at 39-39. It's going to be interesting to see how things kind of go with the normal Corn Belters coming into town on Tuesday, the first of 3. I think if you're Evansville, you're running out of games, and unfortunately,
You got to win the series.
yeah, well, I think you got to sweep.
And Normal being the division leaders.
Yeah, like, not to try to overreact, but you only have 9 home games here at Bossy Field left. you're not making up that much ground because the teams ahead of you keep on winning. So yeah, this weekend was great. They really can't afford to lose.
They can't, and what's kind of been tough for the Otters, especially within this last week, we kind of see them play well here at home. With the majority of the schedule really being at home, they play well. They've got some wins, but it's unfortunate because the other teams were able to get wins on the same day, so it doesn't make up any ground. You're kind of hoping where you get a win if you're Evansville, and you see some of these other teams take a loss on the same day. It just hasn't happened that way for some of those days in the past week.
But real quick, the deadline to make transactions, that's coming up this week, right? Do you know the specific date? I thought it was August 15th, but I might be mistaken. Preston might have told me that. So if I'm wrong,
it's on me.
It's on me. It's on Preston. So Tuesday, it's 14 WFIE night.
$2 Tuesday, $2 popcorn, and $2 general admission tickets.
And then
Wednesday, it's just a regular day at the ballpark. Just to come on out. Hopefully nice weather this week. And Thursday's a Thirsty Thursday. Ice cold frosty.
Ice cold frosty ones. I'll have about 7 tonight. I don't know if I can have any on Thursday. So no live studio audience today.
Real quick though, give an Otters TV shout out to Keith Milliken, who's the honorary visiting bat boy today, and he rocked it.
Yeah, he did, and he normally gives our score updates the last couple of weeks. Preston did.
So basically, he's on assignment today.
He is on assignment. Preston did a tremendous job getting some videos, though. So tune into Otters TV on Monday. We're going to have the best of Keith Milliken being a bat boy for the Florence. No. Hey!
A highlilet reel.
Some
of us talk about if it should be a 30 for 30, Otters 30 for 30. What if I told you that our account executive was a bat boy?
Hey, as long as he's not wearing a Florence Freedom hat.
We got so many ideas for Keith now after the day.
Oh, yeah.
But that's for another time.
That is for another time. He is Preston Leinenbach. What's your name again? Are you kidding me? Preston Leinenbach. I'm Zane Clodfelter. Hey, big shout out to Colin for filming this. Did I say my name?
I don't remember. Just say it.
I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.